love me. What's going on, beautiful people? I'm just waking up not too long ago and my voice sounds horrible. But hey, whatever. I am Wesley. Thank you for tuning in to AK Nation TV, the one place on the World Wide Web where we actually adopt similar connections despite our differences. And welcome to my channel. If this is your first time seeing me, I don't know where you've been on YouTube, but I've been here since the beginning. Like, subscribe, comment. Those are all free things to do. I might tick some people off this particular episode or this particular video, but it is what it is. Follow me on social medias at AK Nation TV, Twitter and Instagram. Hey, I started watching RuPaul's Drag Race when Nicki Minaj came on season 12, and I want to say season 12, and ever since when Jada Essence Hall, season 12, Jada Essence Hall won. Ever since then, I've been hooked. I haven't gone back to the prior seasons. I know, phenomenal drag queens like Bob the Drag Queen and Violet Chachki and Jinx Monsoon and all those people, Raja, all those people were like from the way days. I didn't go back to watch their seasons. It's hard for me to go back to watch like old iterations of productions because like back in the day, those shows looked horrible. And today they look amazing. So I want to see the look amazing stuff. I don't want to see the old stuff. Whatever. Would I consider myself a fan of RuPaul's Drag Race? Yes, because ever since season 12, I watched all of them. And I watched all of the All-Stars. No, so not, when I say all of them, not the Canada version and the Mexico version. I'm not watching all that. It's too much. The main stage is what I've been watching. So I've seen season 5, 6, 7, and 8 of the All-Stars. Shea Coulee, Kylie Sonique Love, Jinx Monsoon, Jimbo, all of them. And, then we go to Jada Essence Hall, Simone with Lil Pill, and Sasha Colby, right? And so I like the show. I like the awesomeness that these characters bring to my television screens, right? The fashions, I'm a fashion guy, I like the fashion. And I like to laugh, and I like to see the charisma, the poise, the grace, the acting ability, the creativeness that these people have when they come on these shows. That's what I'm attached to. That's what I like. And so for me, that's been cemented as, RuPaul's Drag Race. That's what they're supposed to give me. They're supposed to give looks on the runway. They're supposed to give creativity, uniqueness, all of that stuff, right? And so this particular season, season 16, when we started it off, I was like, oh, this is a rough batch of people. Like, golly, this is real rough. Like, where's the eleganza in the group, right? And then they were split up, and we had Plain Jane as the winner of her group, and then Sapphira as the winner of her group, and it made sense, right? They were the most put together out of both batches, right? Then when all of the queens came together, I was still like, dang, they must be like sifting through the scraps of like drag queens, because there's like a RuPaul's Drag Race in every country now. So you'd never think that there'd be so many drag queens, one, but the fact that there is, and they still having a hard time to find reputable people to come on the main stage, in my mind. Because I'm like, this is a rough batch of drag queens. But then as the show gets going and whatnot, I'm starting to like these drag queens, okay? And I'm gonna go back to the cast of season 16 cast. I started to get into the drag queens, right? So I'm gonna go down the list of how they were eliminated, right? Hershey LaCour Jete. Now, I don't know this person, but I know this person in I know they do like the reality shows on YouTube and stuff like that. At least, I think that's when I first saw them. And I was kind of let down because I was hoping that his personality and energy that I've seen in his videos would kind of play itself out on the TV. And it didn't for me, right? And the fashions didn't hit either. So he was the first to go, unfortunately. But when I see him on the videos and stuff, he got great energy, great personality. But I don't know if he was ready for the main situation. And he kind of said that his nerves worked him through his confessionals and stuff through the main situation. So he was the first to go. I was like, all right, whatever. Mirage. Same thing. I was like, all right, whatever. A mandatory meeting. I like the mandatory meeting. I like that name. Very catchy, very witty. And I like the energy overall. Like you could tell that they were in it. They loved being a drag queen. They loved the concept of being on RuPaul's Drag Race. But the energy between a mandatory meeting and Plain Jane was always annoying to me. On more so on Plain Jane's side versus a mandatory meeting side. I just wished Plain Jane would have stopped being a jackass to a mandatory meeting and just more of like a sister. I didn't care for the rivalry. I know some of y'all like the drama on the shows, but I just didn't really care for none of it, to be honest. The shade was cool because all them broads can be shaded, to be fair, because a bad rough batch in my mind. But again, this is me. The first couple of episodes, I'm like, yeesh. You know, when they come back together, I'm like, whatever. But I like a mandatory meeting. Geneva Card, not that really memorable to me. Megami didn't really come through until like the lip sync Lollapalooza at the very end. Tsunami Muse was very plain Jane with the fashions. Cute, pretty with the fashions, but plain Jane with the fashions. I liked her and plain Jane had the little mean girl attitude going on, and I was like, okay, whatever. Plasma, I liked Plasma. I really did. Plasma's music videos on YouTube are phenomenal. I don't know where Plasma gets her money from. I don't know if she's rich. I don't know what kind of sponsorship she has. But Plasma's videos are top notch. Some of the best music videos in the drag race pool of people that do music videos. Okay? Very top notch. Poison Grace, she did phenomenal in the Broadway situation. Very talented queen. I like Plasma. The fashions are very old, eleganza kind of mixture of like, Victorian, regal stuff. I like Plasma Broadway stuff. I love Plasma. And it's unfortunate that she got the boot so early because she was, to me, should have been top 5. To me. Then we get Maya Iman LePage. I like Maya, but I love her more as a performer. She never really got to shine through on the runways for me. Her runways were always very simple, very Tsunami Muse for me, right? And, you could kind of tell people's budgets before coming out of their budgets or whether or not they got a lot of help or a creative stylist helps or whatever. Because their runway, I feel like runways are a representation of not where they come from, but like where they are in their drag career. Right. And so for me, I'm like, oh, Maya, okay, she's not a fashion girl. She doesn't, the budget ain't budgeting for that, but she gonna bring on something else. And she never really did. She just brought on like the lip syncs, but she was so shy and timid. Even in the exit interview with, the girl, even in the exit interview with her, she was just very timid and nervous. Right. So she got to break out. I would love to see her on an All Stars where she got the budget and she could break out a little bit more to me. Cause I feel like her personality and energy is there. I think it's really, really dope. When she was snapping at people and was like very feisty cause she was on like a winning streak, kind of. I'm like, girl, you're doing too much. Like, calm down. But I like Maya. I do. I like her. And she slayed all her lip syncs and should have won all of her lip syncs. Okay. Then we get to Dawn. Dawn the Elf, very creative, very kooky, out there kind of vibe. Never really like outperformed anyone in any of the challenges. She got a lot. She was always safe. She was always safe. Kind of mid-grade, right? Her fashions became the same after a while, like the slender fashion thing, the elf ears. Okay. After a while, I was like, okay, right? Then we get to Morphine Love Dion. Again, another plain Jane queen on the runway. Never really sold it for me until she did the chain moment. The chain moment was her best runway ever out of all the runways, okay? Then we get to Q. Q, in my opinion, should have been in the top 3. Based on her fashions, based on her overall performances in the show, and based off her energy and attitude. She wasn't an asshole like Plain Jane. So I felt like Q should have definitely been in the top 3. Fashion Game Slay killed all of the time. Except for the chain joint was a miss for me. And then her book cover, that was a miss for me. That was terrible. Plain Jane consistently did well in all of the challenges and performed. Always looked sickening on the runway. Never very over the top, like a Nymphia or a Q, or even a Sapphira for that matter, but was always sickening in everything that she did. The snatch game, sickening. Runways, sickening. Clean, pulled together, snatched, body, everything, makeup, everything. Overall challenges, like sickening. She was an overall performer in Drag Race. I understand why she made it to 3, but her attitude was just way too salty for me to put her in the top 3. Just my opinion. She was never going to win. You know what I'm saying? So in my mind, I'm like, why have her in the top 3? It should have been Q's spot, I feel. Then we get Sapphira, Crystal, and Nymphia win. Now, listen. I'm going to tell you like this. The title of this video, it was Sapphira Crystal robbed. Yes, she was robbed at the end. Sapphira Crystal was robbed at the end. And if we wanted Nymphia to win so badly, because that's what I feel like it was like pushed so badly, we wanted her to win, I felt like it should have been a double crowning. In my opinion, it should have been a double crowning. When I think of Drag Race, even though I haven't watched every freaking season and every iteration of Drag Race, to me, Drag Race is all about the runways, all about the overall performances of the challenges, and is this person entertaining? Right? And then the energy, the poise, the grace, what do you stand for? Those 3 components for me is what a drag queen is for me, like on RuPaul's Drag Race. And even when I do like the clubs and I go to the performances and the drag queens that perform locally and all that, that's what I look for. The energy, the attitude, the overall performance, and the runway, the fashions. Okay? When I think of Nymphia win, she has 2 out of the 3. She has the fashions, okay? She has the energy and the attitude, right? But her overall performances and the challenges were very mid for me. Was she funny? Sure. Was she like making fun of herself and kind of like one of those quirky individuals? Sure. The banana gag? Okay. But like, was I overall like entertained by her performances throughout the competition? No, I wasn't. The ones that she won were fashion challenges, right? And the girl group, right? But for me, well, the book thing, she won the book thing. But for me, it's just like overall, I was never really like thoroughly entertained by her. And so like she had the fashion and she had the good energy and attitude, right? But then when we get to Sapphira has all 3 hands down. The fashions, the good energy and attitude, and overall entertaining throughout the entire season. She won 4 challenges for a reason, okay? And everything that she was in, she was entertaining, okay? She didn't buckle under pressure. She wasn't nervous. You know what I'm saying? And everything, she slayed everything, okay? Mini challenge, she won episode 1. Episode 3, she placed high. Episode 4, safe. Episode 5, safe. Episode 6, safe. 7 high, 8 high, 9 high. 10 win, 11 win. Episode 12 win. And then she was in the bottom 2. And 13, she placed high. Episode 14, she was runner-up. Episode 15. Right? Compare the track records. She was Nymphia, safe. Ball challenge, she won. Acting challenge, safe. Girl group, she won. Design, safe. Rusical, safe. Snatch game, low. Design, high. Roomix, safe. Stand up, high. Low, episode 12. High, win. Runner up, win. Not that far off but off slightly. For me, I just wasn't really entertaining her overall, like entertaining overall. But then we get to like the challenge, the end, the finale. I already knew Plain Jane wasn't the win. She wasn't deserving of the win. She shouldn't have been in the top three, in my opinion. Okay, in my opinion. If Q was in top three, would she have won? No. But I feel like Q was more deserving of being in that top three, getting that top three spot over Plain Jane. Mainly because Plain Jane was an asshole. Period. Right? And I don't think assholes should be rewarded. I just don't. But then we get to Nymphia and her performance, right? On the final episode. She killed it. I was very shocked. It was very ethereal, it was very regal, it was very poised, it was very pop star-esque. She performed, she danced. I was like, oh, okay, this is cute. I like this. I do. Then we get to Plain Jane. It was trash. I was like, what the hell is this? Plain Jane is always like being comical and making fun of herself and being an asshole. I'm like, okay, I don't really care about this. Then we get to Sapphira. I found the remedy when I learned to love me. Slay. Sickening. Sapphira slay. Out of the performances that I've seen, from the All-Stars portion and the main stage US portion, best performance, period. Sasha Colby is second. Sasha Colby slayed hers. She ate hers. But like, Sapphira ate was sickening, all of the above, tens across the board. The outfits that they walked out of, sickening. Nymphia, with the whole banana peel thing, she's good for a reveal. That was cute. But the overall like aesthetic and look to it, Sapphira ate the runway opening for me. She ate for me. But you know, when Nymphia came out in the banana peel reveal, I was like, oh, she winning. She winning. Because what I realized and have come to the conclusion about with RuPaul's Drag Race, RuPaul loves the reveal. She loves a reveal. And that reveal, the banana peel, was sickening. It ate. For the aesthetic and the brand of her, it ate. But I found the remedy when I learned to love. The message in that song, everything, the performance, when she was doing the little Uzi Vert dance, everything ate. Even the crowd and the contestants stood up for her. Sickening. But then we got the moment where Nymphia cried, you know, the first East Asian, her mom loves her, and she's crying and stuff. I'm like, okay, girl, she about to win this, because she crying and shit. You know, RuPaul, love a crier. Okay, Plain Jane, I was like, girl, can we get her off the stage, girl? She's not winning this. Like, she's too cocky, and it's like not cute. Gorgeous queen, gorgeous drag queen, but the energy is just not cute. It's repulsive. Then we get to Sapphira, and Sapphira's interview was like, it didn't give the emotional tug that I felt could have gotten her more brownie points. You know what I'm saying? Sapphira's 34, Nymphia's 27, whatever. Sapphira's like more cemented and motherly. Nymphia's a baby. Okay, whatever. But the interview it really wasn't sensitive enough for me for RuPaul. In my mind, I'm thinking it was what gave Nymphia the edge in. She had the vanilla peel reveal. She cried on stage. Her beginning performance was cute. All right, she edging over Sapphira in my mind, based on how I feel like RuPaul gonna go. And she's gonna be the first East Asian. Check off that box. Statistic, check off. Then we get to all the stuff that's happening, boom. We get to the lip sync. And during this, Sapphira is not like a slamming lip syncer to me. Like all of her lips, she's never given morphine, whatever her name is, morphine. She's never given morphine, and she's never given Maya Iman LePage. She's never given that. The lip sync between Maya Iman and Plasma, Maya ate, okay? And then Morphine has had many great lip sync moments. But Maya and Morphine are the lip sync assassins of this entire season. No other queen is really doing it, no other queen is really doing it. because we never got a chance to see Nymphia win lip sync, right? So boom, we get to the lip sync, and Nymphia's already sitting there. She's already standing there with her reveal. I know she's going to do a reveal because she's not moving in this. So we already know. And in my mind, I'm like, I hope Sapphira got some reveals in here because Sapphira is not like an amazingly strong lip syncer based on what we've seen thus far. And how is this going to go, really? Because clearly she's about to do a reveal. And soon as the song starts, she does a reveal. I'm like, okay, it's over. Lydia's gonna win. She's gonna win. It's over. And you know, Sapphira's being there cute with the little vampire teeth and all that. Then she comes out of the thing and into her, onesie suit thing. And then she pulls off the wig and there's a ponytail. I'm like, all right. But Sapphira, you started too late in this lip sync and Nymphia's already taken it. The opening number, Sapphira won. But Nymphia surprised everyone and did well. The runway banana reveal peel, Nymphia won that based off. I just know that everybody's gagging for the banana peel. It's her aesthetic, it's her brand. It is what it is. Sapphira looked gorgeous though. So 2 things Nymphia got already. The interview, Nymphia crying all over the place. My mommy, oh my God. She's winning over Sapphira because Sapphira didn't cry. And she was very like, oh, all the things great about drag queens is what I want to give. I was like, all right, no, it's not going to work. And then the lip sync. Nymphia ate. She had the little reveal thing. She took the lampshade off and she balloons popping out, which represented, according to the vlogs, represented bubbles from the green tea or some kind of tea that Taiwan is known for. It was back, Nymphia is good for paying homage to her heritage. Okay. It's all about the culture with Nymphia, and that's great. Woo! But I'm like, all right, Nymphia's about to win because Sapphira is waiting too long to like come in the game. Nymphia ends up winning, and I'm hurt about it. I'm hurt about Nymphia winning. I felt like if we wanted Nymphia to win something, like it wasn't a landslide like it was for, let's go back to all the other winners. Like it was for Simone was a landslide, okay? Sasha Colby was a landslide, okay? Jada Essence Hall was a landslide. Jinx Monsoon was a landslide, okay? I want to say his name is Bob the Builder, but it's not. Let me go back. Let me go back to Jimbo. Jimbo was a landslide, okay? Nymphia was not a landslide to me at all, okay? Now, if we wanted Nymphia to win so badly, it should have been a double crowning. Why? Because Sapphira clearly, after auditioning for 11 times, finally getting it and being the mother figure that she had the entertainment factor down. She had the fashions, okay? And she had the energy, poise, and grace. All those 3 things that I mentioned that a drag queen should embody. She nailed all of that 10s across the board, right? So when you factor in like the main winner of like the whole season, all of that should come into play, in my mind. It should come into play. And I think for me, what like gave Nymphia the edge was her fashions and the East Asian win, the first East Asian winner. That's it for me. That's it. And so I'm a bit butthurt that Sapphira didn't win. Do I think Sapphira is going to do well in life? Yes. She's going to do well in life. Do you need the crown to be phenomenal after post RuPaul's Drag Race? No. Do I think Sapphira is home crying about not winning? No. Sapphira is coming out with a music video and she's got her merchandise online and all that. I think Sapphira is going to be fine. Also, Sapphira has won quite a bit of money so far throughout the entire thing. So she's going to be fine. But I felt like it should have been a double crowning or Sapphira should have won. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to leave your comments below. Let me know what you thought. Why do you think Nymphia won? Why do you think Sapphira didn't win? Okay. And do you think that the right person won and why? Leave your comments below. Let me know what you think. Deuces.